All right. Rinse the chicken blood and guts off of me. Or turkey, sorry. The turkey blood off me. And it's time to hit some chest and triceps. Today was crazy. I'm off like an hour later than normal because line 2 was down all first shift, so we had to do some of theirs and then our birds. So you boys cooked. Don't be surprised if this lift is short and light, even though there's a good chance my stubbornness will not let me do that. We all preed up on the Alpha Wolf subs. And I do have screenshots of the nutrition facts, but I don't remember which one's which. So I just know that the Nightmare one has like, I want to say that's the one with less caffeine, and it's got more beta-alanine for the pump. I just don't remember. Even though I'm kind of tired, I'm still feeling a heavy workout. My straps are in the back, I think. As long as I got my wrist straps, I think we should be all right. If y'all have never worked in like a poultry house or anything, dude, it's pretty hard work. The job I'm doing right now is just nothing but shoving a fucking, excuse the language, shoving a gun into the turkey's ass, sucking up all the gunk, the lungs and like the heart and stuff. But it's got me tired. It's got me really tired. And I keep getting complimented by all the leads and supervisors because I'm doing a really good job. So maybe I'm doing the right thing, working hard, but dude, your boy is so tired. So tired. Today was the first day I had something to eat or drink on break. Before this week, I didn't have a whole lot of money, so wasn't able to buy anything, and didn't have enough time to make anything today. But today was great. Even though it was long, it was great. I almost stayed for some overtime, but that was before I knew we were doing a whole another hour of turkeys. Or hour and a half, whatever. Somebody at 9:01 was like, we're almost done. I was like, okay. Hour and a half later, I'm like, when does it end? This is my first full day. Like, every other day besides today has either like ended short, or I guess one day we were at like 9:07, which is like our regular time, I guess. Like 9:30 I think is supposed to be our regular time. But today was my first full day, and it was a whole hour over. Isn't that crazy? I just want to point that out. That dog is giving her hell. There's a girl walking a dog, and this dog is pulling her every which way. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. Our homie is talking shit now. He's over here like getting small and everything. So now we gotta kick it up a notch. Even though I'm tired, I still feel like I'm gonna go pretty heavy today, just because my man was talking some smack. I'm not too worried about throwing arm wrestling in today. Probably gonna throw it in Wednesday with arms. So now that we're out of New Year's, well, actually, I'll just go over it in the gym. We're gonna go over the new split. So now that we're outside of the holidays and everything, we decided that we're gonna switch the split up. So I work Monday through Friday now, and instead of doing legs on Thursday and having like a whole day, or even Wednesday, because I did used to do legs on Wednesdays, instead of doing that and having 2 whole days or a whole day of like dealing with work while my legs are super fucking sore, we're doing legs on Friday. And it's still almost just as bad because Saturday is our like sport day or whatever. It's the day I play basketball or the day I go box or whatever. Still gonna suck on those days, but I would rather it suck outside of work than it suck while I'm miserable at work. So instead, it's the new split: chest try, back by. The triceps and biceps on chest and back day are heavier. They're more like weight focus, trying to up the strength, you know. Then Wednesday we have an arm day, which is a little bit lighter but focused on volume so that we get the hypertrophy and, you know, start getting some leanness going. Like y'all see it, it's already starting. This or today technically was our first like actual cut day. Even though we're not going on a cut, we are going on a like a main gain. We also decided like what all we're doing as far as like the cut and the main and you know whatever else. So for 3 months, I'm going to be main gaining and strength training because of the new competition at work. And it's only because the dude's like 1 year older than me, and I have no excuse to not be almost as strong as him at least. Because he's 5'8" and weighs as much as I do. Okay. So he's bulking, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, I think he's bulking. And I don't want to like go on a cut as I'm trying to compete with him because my strength won't go anywhere. It'll just stay or go down because I have less calories. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna like main gain, be like 500 over maintenance, which is like 3,000 for me. I got a pretty high metabolism. Uh, so like 3,000. I'm gonna change it up if I need to. Like if I start gaining too much and it's not all in muscle, then I'll drop it to like 25 for 2,000 even. We're going to be throwing cardio back in heavy. I know we were doing it just a little bit on in our bulk season to not gain as much fat, but during our cut season, well, main gain and cut season, we do want a high cardio level to burn fat. That doesn't mean I'm going to throw it in every day because I still want to stay around the same kind of weight, like 200 to 210. I would love to stay around that kind of weight. I know it's not going to happen. I'm going to go down to like 195. My educated guess, just knowing my body pretty well now. But this gives me 3 months to possibly strength train a little bit and main gain before I cut. So it's like, in a way, putting the cherry on the top of the bulk. Our bulk was extremely successful. We went from about, I think we were at like 186 or something like that to 220. Solid. And I was 220 twice. I was 220 right after Thanksgiving, and I was 220 like 3 days ago. So I've been 220 twice. It's amazing. That being said, we're not going over that. You know, we're pretty much going to stay at 220 if I tried to bulk for another couple months or another month. I would hit like another plateau. And instead of just staying at our plateau or whatever, we're going to move to our main gain phase and strength train a little bit while we're in it. I know I should have strength trained while I was bulking, but I wasn't worried about strength. I didn't have nobody competing with me for the weights and stuff, so it wasn't that big a deal. Now that I have somebody that wants to compete and that wants to see how much weight I can lift, it's a little bit more important to me to try to get my bench up and my squat up and my deadlift up. So I know we didn't do deadlift this last leg day just because I was pooped, but I want to do it this Friday. So hold me to it, guys. Give me shit if I don't in the comments. I don't care. I would love that kind of interaction actually from you guys because I don't get too much. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. We're gonna do back by or chest try, back by, arms, and then Thursday will be like our full shoulder day to where we hit rear, back, or rear side and back delts. The rear side and front delt. I'm so sorry. My brain is still scattered, but getting beta alanine and caffeine to it, so it's starting to wire up. uh, so yeah, chest try, back by, arms, volume based. Shoulders also somewhat volume based because our shoulders are still going to be cooked from back and chest days. And then a full leg day, which every other leg day is our lighter leg day with deadlift. Even though this week might be a little different because of Tom Platz. If y'all remember me saying his leg days were absolutely insane, and every other week he would skip legs. I'm not skipping legs totally. I'm doing more of like a Sam Solik approach to it where I'm splitting up, doing a heavy, heavy quad day with a little bit of hamstrings and a heavy, heavy hamstring day with a little bit of quads. So I'm taking like two of my favorite, and Sam has great legs right now too. So it's just another piece of the puzzle that I'm putting together for my own split. You know what I mean? Nothing else to say. Let's get started. All right, we're just going straight in. We're going to start with a 25 just to warm up. Not doing a whole set of these. I'm just going to hit a few just to make sure the shoulders aren't too cooked from work and everything. All right, it's light, where we're just doing a few reps, and then we're going to bump it to a 45. Basically go up by half a plate, because if I'm feeling strong and everything, we're going to do 185 for our top sets. Okay. Yeah. I'm only really going for like 6. But if I can get 6 for like 3 more sets, I'd be pretty happy with that. Remember, when you're strength training, you want to start with, well, after you warm up, get a little bit of blood flowing to the area, which mine is already going from work. You want to start with your, like, I wouldn't say heaviest lift, but in a sense, your heaviest lift, because as you go through your workout, you're going to slowly get tired. So if you start with like your heaviest lift, like bench press, you have room after that to go somewhat lighter. Not easy, of course. Don't cheat yourself out of gains. But you have room to go a little bit lighter because you've already pre-exhausted yourself with your heaviest lift. Which, as far as like chest goes, bench press is pretty much your heaviest lift. And 185 should be about 90 or, hold up. Yeah, this is about 90%. I don't know. I think it's about 90%. 205, that makes sense. So maybe 3 reps, maybe not 6 like I was wanting, but even if I get 3, I'm okay with that. But we're going to try to do this for 2 or 3 sets, depending on how we feel. We're even going to go a little bit in on our grip. Try not to hurt ourselves, obviously, because I got to work tomorrow. That's the biggest key, guys. You can lift heavy and everything, but don't hurt yourself. You still got a whole day to live out tomorrow. Think about that. Same reason I don't want to take steroids is because what if, I go a little too hard and end up hurting myself really badly. That takes me out of the game of life for a while, if not indefinitely. So think about that, guys. No need. Whew, that felt good. I did it for 5. Almost my 6 that I wanted. I feel like if I would have went for 6, though, it would have ended up on this first rung. Like 2 more sets. Maybe 1 more. Whew. Man, Andrew's punk ass has got me fired up. He said something today about me looking like I'm getting smaller. I lost like 5 pounds, but that's like water weight, or like more food weight than anything. I don't know what he's talking about, unless it was just the shirt. I wore a 1X today instead of a large because a little bit of a nice feeling is my arms are too big for the larges. Um, these little like small bruises right here are from me like pinching myself on accident trying to get it over my biceps. It's too hot in there for me to wear the smock as it is. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sweat and dehydrate myself. But I've been like rolling my sleeves up because there's a couple of other guys that do it too. But the big reason it's such a nice feeling is because I've got some of the bigger, I'm not going to say biggest because there are a few guys with some big ass arms. But I got some of the biggest arms at Butterball, and it feels so good. It just doesn't feel good how punked and like humbled I got by that arm wrestling match. The only reason my energy is so different lately is because I'm pissed. I lost so easy. I would love to blame it on work and like me being tired and everything, but it's no excuse to me. I don't get tired. I think I want to do 1 more set of 185. But then I think we're going to knock it down and then just do a burnout set of the 45s. Whew. I actually hope I get down to about 190 again because that's about how much I was when I was staying in Fort Smith, working at the Whataburger over there for training. And I was like 12 to 15% body fat. I would love to see where I've grown. And if I'm at 190 and even more shredded than I was back then, that means I've gained muscle. So I think, yeah, that means I've gained muscle mass because I would have more muscle than fat mass at that time. I looked pretty good and everything, but I would love to see what I look like now after that heavy bulk. I went up to 220. That's a lot of weight. We're hoping to hit that soon on bench if I stop being a bitch. I really think it's my stabilizer muscles because it's not like I can't do the weight. It feels like my chest is strong enough, but like my shoulders aren't quite there yet. Which is from a lack of doing like a good shoulder day. I have my one every couple weeks, but now we're having it every single week. So I'm hoping with that, it actually makes the bench go up a little bit. Also, the hard work at Butterball is going to make the bench go up just a little bit. It's definitely going to make the deadlift go up because it's all grip strength. Even if I still have to wear straps, I feel like I'll still be able to do more. I cannot wait to do 405. I feel like it's in my sights right now, which is why I want to do it either this Friday or maybe even this Saturday. Who knows? Just come for deadlift. That'd actually be kind of a lit idea. My legs would be tired, but I could work up. You know what I mean? But let's knock this out. Then we're possibly dropping down to 45s for a burnout. Burnout set. I think I got one more. All right, let's take it down to the 45s. Come on. Oh yeah, that was a good set. It was only 11, but that was a good set. Oh. Good job. I'll spare y'all the performance and just get on with it. I'm gonna bump this up just a little bit. I don't know if bumping it up 2 rungs will do any good for me, but at least one. So. You know why I said that? I might have been able to go up 2. We're not gonna risk it. Yeah, we'll stay there. Even though I think I could have gone up, we'll stay there. Woo. Okay. Okay. One more set. Yeah, so oh, cooked. Your triceps make up like 80% of your arm. I don't know if y'all knew that. You got this much bicep. This all the way to out here is your tricep. So you got a lot of tricep to work. You know, mine is like I got like a thin arm, but like a big peak because I did a lot of biceps when I was a kid or like a little bit younger. So now that I'm learning how to do triceps, I do got this little V coming out. There's like a police siren in the song, and there's a police outside that pulled somebody over. How crazy is that? I'll probably go down for the next set of that. It's okay. It's okay to overestimate your strength as long as you make it a good set. Still, same with this, even if it's too much. Yep, drop it too. Oh, yeah. Same thing, rinse and repeat. Honestly, to a natural lifter, that ain't bad. It's still kind of on the lighter side of things. I've only been training for like 3.5 or so consistent years, but it's still not that bad. And I'm not even one to like skew uh my beliefs based on like social media and stuff. So for me, at least, at the very least, even if for no one else in the entire world, for me, this is a great feeling. Okay. Felt good. I think we're only going to do one more of each after this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, felt that one. That's. Then we'll decide if we need another one based on the pump this one gives me.
It's actually about time for bed. I don't really need to do any more after this because of time. We're pretty cooked.
All right. Very successful chest tricep day. Oh, I feel light today because I am. I'm like 7 pounds lighter than I was walking around here a couple days ago. Oh, but I was still able to push 185 a few times, you know. So that number is going to go up. Whether it's the reps or the weight, I don't care. It's got to go up. Partly because we're in competition now. So we're going to be main gaining for a little while, like 2 to 3 months. I might, you know, cut the main gain short if I realize I'm not catching up to them, or if I start to beat them. I'll slow it down and go to the cut, you know. But we can't start cutting while he's bulking up and trying to get strong again. So it wouldn't really be fair to try to compete with him on less calories, you know what I mean? So we're definitely going to try to keep up with him as strength-wise. But my man is built like a power lifter. I know I'm not, but we are going to get there. That's what matters, is the effort behind it. Either way, that was an amazing push day. I feel great. My chest is extremely pumped. I feel like I couldn't have really got any more out of it. Maybe triceps a little bit, but I didn't need another set or another movement, honestly. My triceps are pretty full right now. I want to eat, but sadly, we really need to go to bed, because if we don't, we're going to be extremely tired at work tomorrow. I think I want to eat something before I go to bed, though, so might be some ramen, something with some fast-acting carbs. I know you're not supposed to eat fast-acting carbs before bed, but I need to, like, replenish, so there's a small chance that's what I eat. Unless there's some bread left, then I'll eat some PB&Js, or PB and honey, whatever else. But keep an eye out for the app. It's got, like, I know I said last month that it had 1 more month, but that's because I thought I was going to have a little more funds. Sadly, it took me a second to start getting paid and paid regularly and all that. So I'm catching up bills, and then after bills are caught up, we're going to work on the app, then the shirts, and then hopefully, if I can find a good bulk set, I'll make some shaker bottles too with my logo. And they'll be super cheap. They'll probably be almost as cheap as what I buy them bulk per unit, you know. And I will show you all the math and everything that I do. And I'm not trying to make money off this, really. I'm just trying to get my name out there. That's literally it. If I don't make any money and I somewhat go broke, obviously I got bills to pay, so I can't go broke. But if I, spend a little bit more money than I'm making right now, it's okay. I'm totally fine with that. I've pretty much prepared myself for that possibility. And it might happen, so either way, I am cooked and I'm done with my workout. If you're not in the gym, get your ass in the gym. If you are in the gym, you're doing a fantastic fucking job. Unless you're skipping legs and cardio, then you a bitch. If you're struggling with losing weight, it means you probably need to either drop your calories or increase your cardio. If you're struggling to gain weight, it means you're not eating enough, or you're not eating enough protein. And if you are eating enough protein and you're still not gaining weight, then increase your carbs. That's guaranteed what the problem is. Tomorrow will be back day, and bicep day after work. Hopefully I'm not too cooked from work because of tonight and today. I worked my absolute butt off today at work, and then, you know, just had a really good push day. So hopefully I'm not too pooped. And if I am, we will come up with some kind of substitute. If not, just a light back day. But just like I said today, I wanted to be light, and it ended up being decently heavy. So that's probably going to be the topic of like all my lifts, or like the focus of all my lifts, is to get the weight up. Because I haven't really been like strength training or anything, but this guy has got me back into like the mood of competing with people for weight and stuff. So there's a good chance that we continue to strength train for at least 2 months, maybe 3 months, depending on how it goes. If I keep going up and it's going up at a good pace and I'm not like gaining a bunch of weight, then I will fucking stay with the main gain for another month and go until basically my birthday, March 21st. And then after that will be completely cut. It'll be like 2,000 calories or maybe 2,500 if my metabolism stays super high. But as y'all know, if you decrease your calories, your metabolism also goes down because your body's not having to process all those nutrients and macronutrients and stuff. But that being said, I'm going to go in here, refuel a little bit, get something to eat. Maybe something with with a high carb count, but that's all I got right now. So hopefully we can get paid regularly, or keep getting paid regularly, and fix the diet, because I've just been able to eat whatever during the bulk, because one, we don't have all the food for me to just be eating straight protein and carbs. So I have to just kind of eat whatever, like, you know, PB and honey, which is good. I love peanut butter and honey, but, you know, 3 a day for 4 months does get a little boring. And then I've had to eat ramen. I'm not the biggest fan of ramen, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of like the really high sodium count. And I make it like rice anyway, so like I crush it up and then put it in a bowl, and I don't drain any of the juice, so it's extremely high sodium. And it's not good for you. It's just not. So there's a small chance I eat like ramen tonight, and then I'm gonna do my absolute best to substitute it for the rest of the main gain phase. Also, next check, I'll be able to get some protein powder. We've been out for like a month now. As much as it sucks, you know, I just haven't been able to afford it. So it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll have like, you know, enough funds to be able to fund my hobby and my life. But right now I'm just doing with what I got, you know. I love you guys. I love everybody that watches the videos and gives me a little, even if it's a little bit of support, like just a watch. Even if you don't like the videos, the watch does enough. Like, it really does. I can't thank everybody enough. All 42 subscribers or something like that, 47, whatever it is now. I cannot thank you guys enough. And I might be doing some kind of fitness challenge with 47, you know, the number 47 for 47 subscribers. So keep that in mind. It might be like a whole week of 47 reps of like a certain workout. You know what I mean? Like chest day, we'll have 47 reps of some chest exercise. Back day, the same thing. Some kind of row, probably do 47 of those. Or maybe like the whole workout will be like 47. You know what I mean? But that's all I got to say. So I will catch you guys tomorrow.